Hurts as a resident Texas bra. All right. Let's jump in. We're playing 3-minute games in this series. As you can see, we're at 2,000. All right. So, this is one of them. Against the Caro-Kann, I play with F4 and this weird knight F2 move. It covers G4, and most people who play the Caro-Kann have to get their bishop out. So we're trying to play against those guys. Interesting that he went here. He's happy to lose the bishop, which is interesting. So I wonder if we take and go here, I guess he's going to play G3. I feel like in the past I've been just going H3 and I enjoy those positions just fine. But now I'm thinking about maybe even taking. But as you can see, the position is already quite unique. Haven't really seen this before. Thinking about H3. Let's go for that. Ooh, now he goes back. That could be clever. I'm just going to go here. Usually I go knight H4. I'm just going to go here. I think this knight on D3 is actually pretty decent. I'll put my bishop on B2, obviously, because I've just blocked everything there. Queen E2, bishop here, and then castle. But like I said, the position is just new. It's different. I haven't really seen these before. He wants to trade and develop his bishop. I don't feel great about doing that, like helping him out there, but I'm wondering if there's a good way to reject that. If I go here, he's probably going to go knight E4 and continue to pester me for an exchange. I'll go here. Takes. I'll bring my queen out to E2 or F3. I'll long castle, and I'll probably try to play G4. I think queen F3 is a bit better than E2. Same idea, though. And because of this H-pawn, it doesn't feel that good for him to castle. So he's probably going to go here and castle that way. And we'll castle and go for G4, maybe knight E5. But yeah, he's for sure doing this. Yeah. We can double up the pawns, but I don't think that's the move here. This knight's surprisingly useful. G7 is hanging, so he can't really play knight D5. But I know he wants to. Oh, okay. Interesting. I thought this was not possible. If I take here, though, he's going to take like that. So let's start by taking this. And I think we win a pawn here. It's not it's not like winning or anything because we just won a pawn, but that's an advantage. Can't dispute that. Okay, F6, we're definitely going to be trading. This is defended. So let's play king B2, stop that. This is defended, like I said, and that's a target. So now we're going rook E1, maybe queen E4. I think rook E1 for sure, open file. I think he wants to go F5, but we'll play G5 there. Protected pass pawn. This knight, so useful. So I feel like this opening is all about just having pieces on squares that you're just not used to. King D7 we can also take. Yeah, I think we can play G5 here. Get a pass pawn going. That move looks wrong. Let's give him a check. Let's go here and then queen E5. And then knight D6 will be a pretty serious idea. And queen there. Can we go here? hitting this, and stopping queen g7. Okay, he just doesn't even react. And no matter what he does, probably he's going to do that, but we'll just trade the queens. Yeah. Should be a very easy win. Now, obviously, we're at the 2000 range. These guys are they're playing well. They're giving good games. So it's not going to be like, oh, these new openings, we're just winning out of the opening, like up a piece or something immediately. At the lower ratings, we honestly were, so they're very effective. But my point in these openings is you're just putting pieces on squares that are abnormal and people aren't used to them. And this knight f2 idea with it coming to d3 just throws people off. Knight on d3 is so useful. Covering all these squares that a knight would normally never cover. Like, you rarely have these squares covered by a knight. And I've literally, in this speedrun, people know, I've had games where I go knight f2 and they just play bishop g4. They play it, I've had this at least 2 or 3 times. Just a free bishop. Because people just are not used to the knight there. So I thought that game was a pretty good example of a very strong knight on d3. Okay. Yeah, and this is what I mean. I mean, moves like g6, we don't really have we don't really have anything too genius prepared here. The guys who want to play the hippo are gonna play the hippo regardless, you know? Nothing stopping them. d5 bishop here. Thanks for the 44 months, good old Tesh. We'll put those in the suggestion box. Also tier 3, thanks a lot, Tesh. Waiting for this. Has to happen. Unless he's committed to the hippo. But this looks... First of all, it's a good move. I'm about to play queen here and bishop h6. I don't think that's a very good move. Queen d7, knight e5 is very nice looking. This just feels like a move. But I guess the knight moves. We go here, takes, and there's knight d3, there's knight d7. It still feels like a nice advantage. I actually don't even think he has to take it. Now that I'm in this position, I'm like, oh, hang on a sec. Doesn't even have to take that. So maybe let's rethink. Also, yeah, if he plays king h8, I don't think our position is that special. So I'm going to go back to this queen d2. Hit the knight, maybe bishop h6. Bishop h6 is a funny move because after knight there, I will play rook h4. It looks ridiculous, but it's really, really helpful now. Yeah, takes, queen h6. Oh, okay. Well, he just lost. Yeah, that rook h4 move. Pretty useful. Take down the 2Ks. Oh, gotta take down people with a Queen's Gambit profile picture. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. All right, d4. This won't feel like a new opening, but it is ours. You know, we did come up with that move together a long time ago. The undefeated. I like to keep it simple. Double the pawns and just try to play against them. Keep it simple. Okay. I think we want to use the c5 square here. a6 to stop knight b5. It's not like a huge threat right now, but it'll be a threat soon. Bishop a4 is a threat he might forget about. It looks like I'm just kind of developing, but it's actually a big move. And knight b5, a6, knight c7, bishop a4 is also super strong. Let's take here. I guess he does have it, like, it's not winning. Yeah, we can go here quickly. Make it look like we blundered. Probably knight d5. Best you could hope for, but lost. I think we can take here. Take here, take here, take here. Knight takes here. Queen g5. Yeah, that should be good. This is very simple, but this looks like it. Oh, actually, this is a good move here. That's a mistake by me. Didn't see that. I was only looking at the. Yeah, shout out to my opponent. That's a very strong move. Like we're still up material, but we could have been up. We could have been doing it significantly better. Kept it real simple and just taken the free piece. So yeah, we're still winning, but could have been a lot more winning. Up the exchange. Always prefer to be up a piece. The only reason I did it and didn't listen to my own advice is because I assumed we were just taking here and we would be up a piece there with more pieces traded, which would be even better. But now we have to work all over again. Let's get our king up to g7. Probably h5. Yeah. Have to work so hard here. We're only up the exchange. At some point, he's going to get interested in a sacrifice, so I'm going to try to trade that knight. Yeah, this game was probably went on for much. Like, this game was very like easy, clean, literally a free piece in front of us, but we miscalculated, forgot about knight d5, and now we have to work. Now we have to work. Usually, I would say, yeah, opening up the H file should help me, not you. almost all trades should be good for me, so. King e2 would be nice. I think we're good now. Okay, we did get the win. Pretty bad opening by white to just allow, yeah, basically wasting time with the queen and then the double pawns. So this is a horrendous opening. We were just taking advantage of these pawns throughout. Never cancel $5 monthly sub. Ruzzle, thanks for the 49 months. Welcome back onto the 5th year with us, Ruzzle. Appreciate your support. All right, e4, e5. All right, we get to play our opening, the 3.5 knights variation. Knight g6. And anytime we get hit, happy to go all the way back. I know it doesn't look very impressive, but I'm gonna play h6, very important move. Control that square. Yeah, he goes here. In the past, I've been going back, but to be honest, in this case, he has d6, and these pawns are not good, so now that we're playing some higher rated players, I'm just gonna go ahead and take him. So yeah, you can bring the queen out, but I'm not really sure what he's planning next. Let's go a6, very useful to stop that. I figured he was gonna do this. Let's cover h5 for the moment. He might achieve h5, but that's not the end of the world. Our knight can retreat and cover g5 here. Bring the rook out. h5 will just bring the knight back. Like I said, heading to probably the g5 square. I assume he's going to play knight g4. Queen there. Yeah, that does work. There's no tricks with the knight, not yet. So let's do what I was saying. Cover the g5 square. He's just kind of shoving the pawns forward, but look at all of our dark square control here. Okay. He's losing this pawn. I think we just take it. This queen trade will be very, very good for us. Yeah, and we're just in a good spot here. Up a pawn. I think I'm going to bring my king in because I actually want to start bringing my rooks over here. So yeah, this bishop can return. I can actually take this pawn. But it's a lot better now that the bishop moved so that I could try to go to c2. Just a very unpleasant position for white. But this is one of the reasons I love this opening of ours. Knight e7 to g6. I mean, it's not like never before seen, but it kind of is. Like it's, yeah, nobody plays this against the two knights. You just play knight f6. But I'm a big fan. All of our systems with black have to do with bringing the knight out to g6, not f6. So you can see a theme with some of our openings. It's just putting pieces on new squares where we understand the purpose of them, and for the most part, our opponents don't. Okay, e4, c5, d5. All right, well, e5 is our new move, but again, you don't really you don't really expect d5. It works. I think I might stop pre-moving it, but I'm not sure. So the point is e5, and then they play knight c6, and you pre-move c3, and they take, and you go d4. Nice pawn sack. We've had a lot of success with it. I feel like at lower elos, pre-moving is key so that they think you hung a pawn. But honestly, when you get a bit higher, enough people don't play this that I think it's probably worth not pre-moving c3 now that I think about it. Bishop takes, there was queen a4. Okay, here, I'm definitely in for it. There's a check, but I'm looking to keep the position spicy, so no worries over here. I'll have a king out there. Let's go. d4 most likely. No need to shy away from that one. Bishop e3 covers everything. Queen a4. And if I could just get that bishop out, that would be great. h5. Takes. Let's play a funny move. Let's go here. Bishop e3 next. Takes knight g2, I think wins some material here. This game's not the best example because it's a little random. But the point still stands. Just pieces on unusual squares. Like, this guy guaranteed has never had this position in his life. For sure. And it's throwing him off. So bishop takes. The queen is actually forced to go here. Do we have a trap after that? I don't think so. I mean, it's not like the position's not good, but I don't think we're trapping it. Knight e3, queen back to h4. Queen a4. It's definitely probably correct to do it. So I think this is kind of... It's not exactly going to accomplish the trap we want, but it'll be a decent move. See, he just has h4. That's the... Oh. Okay. Huh. Yeah, queen h4 was the only move, but we're up a piece, so I was happy to trade queens there. Oh, that gets the job done then. Gotta open things up. We're up so much material, it's like, at this point, pretty much any trade will be welcomed. Let's go in with the queen first, and instead of mating, mate one look for better. We'll take it. Unorthodox positions paying dividends. Berenzin chess. The Stallions were started to say hello, Berenzin. 105 months. Welcome back, Berenzin. Been here for a long time. 105 months. Some of you guys haven't even been alive that long. Why not Queen A4 first? Just wondering. Well, I was in check, so maybe that's why. Bullet Mercenary, thanks for the prime. 47 months. Good morning, Bullet Mercenary, as I transition to full-time commuter lifestyle. Good morning to fellow commuter BM. You heard GMs don't need to respond to checks. Like, if you have enough money, you know, you've got a legal team that can fight the case for you, even if you're guilty. That type of thing. Your Honor, these allegations that there was a check on the board are ridiculous. My client does not need to respond to these baseless allegations of check. I'll give it a go next time. No, not a fellow transitioner. We'll leave that to the pros. Bullet Mercenary, you and I are what we call late adapters. You know, if that becomes meta, we'll make sure to jump on, but no need to be in there early for that one. We'll just sit on the side and watch it play out. All right, the undefeated. Well, it's undefeated in getting people to pre-move something that we want to see. So that's nice. So this move is actually just, we're playing like the Carl Khan now, if you think about it. It's night out. Stop this. Stop this. Just support this guy. Before we take this back, maybe we can achieve something. Yeah, this definitely feels good for us. Happy to double those pawns, by the way. He goes there, but we have knight g4, and if we have knight g4, then he'll move away. But if we take and then go knight g4, we're actually just winning that pawn. And even if he plays rook c1, we can take and go knight back to d5, so we should be in very good shape here. It looks silly to fix his pawns. It's only because we're winning it right away. Yeah, the only thing we actually did miss was that rook to c1. Even I can miss a few things here. We'll just play c6. Now, we should be in good shape here. Wish we could do this, but not quite possible. Let's go like this. And I think we bring the knight back to... Oh, expect that. Okay, let's go here. I was actually thinking about doing that. Let's just go here. Knight takes, we have f5 because there's no knight f6 now. Our knight's covering it. Yeah. If the knight was anywhere else, then knight f6 would obviously be pretty nasty. But this is just a... That's just a pin. That's it. And this will force a trade of the rooks, so he's probably going to play g3. Oh, that's a good move by him, though. I'll give him some credit. We'll still do the same thing because we're going to get our rook down here by force. This will be very hard for him to react to. We can actually take this. GG. England Gambit. I mean, people just don't expect it, so I guess maybe that's another benefit of this move, but that's not at all why I play it. I'm very ready for people to capture, but honestly, a lot of people pre-move their next move, especially d4 players, because, like, what could possibly happen to me against d4 that I mind? Honestly, factual, Tommy. Factual. Okay. Go for e4. I'm not going to pre-move this, but I'm going to have it ready to play quickly. So this is actually the opening that we want against the Sicilian. Ooh. Let's go here, because if he takes, he loses the game. One of the most brutal games of his career, I reckon. Easily one of the most brutal games of this guy's chess.com career. I mean, hey, you see how effective it is. That's what I'm telling you. Most people against the Sicilian, if you just chuck your pawn to e5, which is ridiculous, they'll play knight there and they'll attack it. And then you play this move, hopefully quickly. That's why I usually pre-move it, so it looks like a blunder, but pretty quickly. And then it's like, who the hell's not taking a free pawn? And then you just get very quick play there. You walked right into some nice traps for us. Very quick win. All right, e4, we go with e5. We bring the knight out, and we're generally looking to play knight here against most things. This one, though, we have an opening named the Hambleton defense, queen f6. But don't worry, it still involves the same ideas of knight e7. And in my opinion, we're just doing very well here. Like, he can't play d4. We're just going to play d6, maybe queen g6. Immediately, there's a threat already. If he plays g3, we can just take it. He's probably going to play bishop e3. Very hard to imagine he doesn't. Takes queen here. Looks like it makes a double attack, but it's very easy to defend. So I think I almost might let him take. The problem with taking is the bishop stays here and covers that square, which is more annoying than you might think. So let's pause here. But as you can see, like, the opening has already been a success, I think. Let's go here. I will let him take, and either I'll go queen g6 or queen e7. h6 is useful, so not going to be a problem to play that. All right. This is a good move if not for f4. Basing my success off this. Hey, I did mention after this would be so annoying. a3 is a fantastic move. Unfortunately, we need to trade the bishop away, but we can start with this, I think. No, let's start with this. Rook here, and then bishop e4 and f5. Very important to get that in. Yeah, f5 we can take it. Queen d4, f5. Honestly, if he goes there and I get to sack for it, I think we should be doing just fine. In the right moment, there might also be bishop takes d5 or something. But yeah, that bishop is so strong on e4 that I think this is probably just worth it. It's definitely a good move in general, because obviously I can't take it, but it opens him up to a lot here. I'm going to start with this. No, start with this and then c5 most likely. Yeah, he goes here. I think we want to take and go f4. So that I just don't want him blockading on the dark squares. So I think this is right. Yeah, we have to play this one now. Would love to play c5, but I think there just wasn't any time. Queen e5 now. Threatening this, but also f3 check. Let's go here. Tough to play properly. I want to give him the d pawn and instead go for this. And then we can put the rook here. Smart by him. I have mate. Okay, now we can pre-move because our rook is safe. Just go here because we can't get stalemated, or we can't do a stalemate if I'm just moving my king. I noticed I had more time than him, so just keep it simple and flag him. He played well. Definitely very happy with the opening. I mean, this is a win every single time. Black's slightly better out of the opening. That's great. I mean, really all that happened here was the pawns doubled, traded all the pieces. This bishop didn't do much on that square, and our queen is out and developed, so felt like everything was good. But I probably shouldn't have allowed this. Still, it was okay, but I think I should have gone for this. Maybe just this. Trade. It's easy. But he played it well so that we had to give up our rook. But I wasn't unhappy here. Like, d5 and trying to get c5 in. Yeah, I mean, black is just a little bit better, honestly, after g5. Okay, we get the white pieces. Same for e4, and yeah, I don't have anything too special against this. Knight f6 here. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Do we care about b5? Let's say we do. Okay, you still can't play it. I'm waiting because I don't really want to castle. I think I want to use my h-pawn. So let's just bring the knight out. Okay, I'll do this. Knight f6, e5. But I think he knows that. Okay. Let's do this so it's a little annoying to castle. Yeah. He can't castle, so I'm hoping that's it. That's just annoying. Very hard to deal with. Good luck to him. He goes here. I do not think opening up the d file is the way to go, especially with knight a4 in the air. Let's see what we can do about it. Bishop takes c5 is kind of a move now. He might go queen c7, bishop c5, takes, and then this. It's a nice checkmate. Good pattern to know. Okay, it goes here, which just gives this pawn up. And this definitely doesn't work. But yeah, just because he couldn't castle there, he was in trouble. He wants to castle now, but he's got literally two knights hanging. Congrats, man, you got castled. At what cost? Only doing this because after that we have queen h6. GG. Against the g6 stuff, this isn't an official opening of mine, but pro tip for you guys. If somebody doesn't play d6 and knight f6, I love to start with these two pawns and bishop out early. And the reason is that when black plays knight f6, I want to play queen e2. So before black brings the knight out to d7 or c6, and maybe plays e5 himself, I'm ready to play e5. And queen e2 facilitates it because there's no queen trade now. So if black castles, for example, I would play e5 here. And already it's just kind of uncomfortable. Like, my rook is coming here. I have e6 in a lot of lines. And, of course, a lot worse than that can happen. Like, I don't know. Some people play, like, knight here or something, and then they play this, and they just get hit with e5. Like, e5 will always just murder. So, that's why bishop out first. So I can answer an attack on my pawn with queen e2. Which is why normally when people play, like, the Pierts or something, you'll see them play this, and knight f6. So that there's not really a way to make that happen. Like, I have to defend my pawn. And then black's okay here. This is a normal opening. Dentine Ice, thanks for the 7 months with Prime? Yeah, with Prime. My man using the Prime. Thanks, Dentine Ice. What do I do against an early bishop g4? Wow, there's usually tactics on f7 with early bishop g4. Alright, e4, e5. Going for the Hambleton defense here. Queen f6. So when they want to go early in with knight d5, I need to play this ridiculous looking move, bishop d6, but our queen double attacks, and we're not out of the woods yet, so don't think opening is a massive success because we won the center pawn, because we still have some work to do. And I'm definitely fine giving this pawn back. Okay, knight e7 to block this, and just trying to castle, honestly. Get me the hell out of there. Okay, so this move actually has some intentions. Sometimes this queen can get trapped. Like, just look at the move knight h4 and realize that this queen is almost trapped. So it is possible. I think we have queen f6 hitting the knight, so we should be okay for now. But an example would be like knight here, and the queen starts to run out of squares. Queen here, bishop c4. So I think we're all right, though, for now. Okay, so we're in the territory of knight h4 being very effective. So let's pause. Still, it looks like we may have answers. Let's put the knight here. Just deal with knight h4. I feel like without knight h4, I can handle this position. Okay, b3 is a good sign. We like to see that move. Probably because this one looks very freeing. Yeah, f5, bishop c4 check. Knight h4, knight g5. I don't know. I feel like a lot of us could get in trouble there. Bishop here, we have b5. Bishop here, we have c6. He does have knight takes d6, so we're not fully trapping the bishop, but he does have to consider all these things. Yep. Okay, let's start by getting this bishop away. Actually, I was thinking of that. Yeah, I think we can do it. To be honest, we have this. This only helps out. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. Ooh, nice move by him. Maybe we should have gone there. Shout out to old chess. I mean, we still win stuff, but maybe not as much stuff as we would have liked. Let's take it. I think I'll take with this pawn, and rook takes e5. I was actually expecting d6 to win, but there is this move. So maybe the game continues. Queen f6, knight e4, knight f3, and a1 hangs. So maybe it does win. Yeah, so one of these moves. They both look good. I might actually choose e2 because I don't want to put the queen out here. A2 is hanging as well. Have to be definitely careful of stuff here, but it's nice that my queen's on this diagonal. Yeah, he goes here. I really do have to be careful. Like rook a2, I'm not quite getting stuff going. I'm gonna play a safe move. I just don't like that knight looming around the f6 square. Okay. Like that move from him. Let's play this defensive-minded move. Bishop d7 covers that, and then all of my entry squares are covered. Ooh, that's helpful. Now we're good. Goes here. I don't think there's a threat. Queen e1 should do a lot of damage here. GG. Found a nice move there with c5, but it was actually still good for us. I should have played here and then that, but I guess he would always have some kind of attempt. But I think black's, yeah, just ending up better in all these positions. Oh, here's a great one, actually. And this has happened to me, not in this speedrun, but it's happened to me on my main account. So, look at this. This is what I was talking about. Okay, d3 is not fantastic. But knight h4, queen f6, knight e4. You think you're in the clear, but your queen actually gets trapped here. So there you go. We actually did get it trapped. Had he played this. But this has happened. I mean, a GM did this to me before, I remember. It's happened at least once or twice. And okay, it's not the end of the world because we can like take here and try to play two pieces for the queen, but it's bad, obviously. So castle's actually a mistake here. Instead, we need some move like h6 or a6. With a6, if you try the same thing, I actually will do it. And now I'm happy. Because now I got 3 pieces. That's actually good for black. But now knight h4 is a threat, so we would need to go here, and I guess h6 covers g5, so it doesn't exist. Yep. Need some key moves here. a6, h6. It's a good one to remember. Good one to remember. Sarah Scott, thanks for the 13 months. Wait for knight c6 and hover this. Oh, yeah. So he didn't even do it. Okay, this guy's not playing very interesting. However, queen c7 I think is a mistake for him. You don't want to have the queen on c7 in these positions where the c-file opens up. We have this available. I mean, he has answers like bishop check and queen check. Still think it's not crazy. Let's go here. See how he wants to handle that. Yeah, I don't think there's an immediate way to do anything here. And yeah, d5 is wrong. I think we just develop. The queen will be misplaced here. Like, a nice rook c1 move should make it feel uncomfortable. Ooh. He's doing something wrong here. Let's go here to line this up. He's probably going to play bishop there, and then I think we'll take and play d5. Open up the whole game. Yeah, no, this game is going to get open before he's ready to handle it, basically. Ooh, d5, very tempting. Everything very tempting. Let's take first. I mean, this is just what you're supposed to do. Gotta open the position when that king is in the middle there. Take or do we take? This feels more correct. Yeah. Bishop here, knight g5 should be quite good. Castling loses immediately. So he's stuck in the center for at least another move. I think he's going to play knight there. This is the right kind of energy. Okay, goes here. How do we keep layering on the pressure? Let's just go here. I have a feeling g6 will happen. And I don't know, I'll play queen h6 and then he can't castle at all. I don't really have a... I mean, I have a threat, but he's obviously going to play g6. And maybe you could say I don't have a threat after queen h6, but I'm threatening to make a threat. Very powerful. He's got a castle. Has to castle. We do need like an escape square. Have to watch out for mate. We're not going to forget that. Queen c1 could be useful here. I don't think we need it. Okay. I have to be mindful of this, but we have rook e7, so I think we have mate here. And I'll just, wherever he goes, I make a check somewhere. Check. This queen will enter now. Check, 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 check. It's good. We made him pay for not castling. Can't do that. But he was already in a bad spot. Sicilians with an open c file. Like, the whole point of the Sicilian is you trade the c pawn for the d pawn. In this case, you've traded c pawn for c pawn and then put your queen on the open file. That's wrong. The Sicilian is successful because of this. The queen is very well placed there. It's open for black, but not open for white. But when the queen is on an actual open file, it's just wrong. Shouldn't be there. And as a result, he had to move it again. He spent so many moves just not castling. Like, look at all the wasted time. Bishop had to go to a different square. Then knight had to be stopped. Then this move was unnecessary. And then the queen had to vacate. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4 moves that you just didn't need. And yeah, as a result, you get trapped in the middle of the board and only bad things can happen. All right. We're going to play our opening here. I wonder if we'll get our main line. It looks like we will. Here we go. Queen sack. The undefeated. Never lost with it in my life. We only have 2 pieces for the queen. Very underwhelming opening, but causes more discomfort than you may imagine. I think, do we want to take or let him take? Let's go here. Maybe rook d6, but I'm actually going to take with the f-pawn and play c6, try to be solid, bring the rooks over here, knight e4. It can just be uncomfortable because it's easy to play this position with white and feel like you have nothing to do. You have 3 heavy pieces. Okay, so there's his first plan. He's clearly playing the move c4. No doubt in my mind. That's fine. Trying to target f2 here. It's a decent move by him. Let's just make that threat. Here, maybe we can take and come back to b6. Okay. I'm gonna play knight d6. I really like this move. Stops c4 and also stops a5 for the moment. And guards b7. Okay, I think I want to double the rooks here anyway, so happy to play that. And this knight is stopping all the breaks. There's no a5, no a5, no c4, no e4. These heavy pieces start to feel kind of useless. Bishop e3 is a threat now. Knight c4 is an even bigger threat. Yeah, I think we can just take it. Unless we can set a bigger trap, but I don't think so. Knight's guarding this. I think he's probably going to take. It's still quite manageable for him. Because this is hanging and rook f4 is happening for him. So he is going to get another trade going. I'm going to go here. And here, knight e3 does not work because of queen e6. What I want to do is I want to play h5. He can't take it because of rook h1. And if he doesn't take it, then I want to play h4. And I wanted to go for a mate here. So that was my big idea. He has this, which actually ties my pieces down. I'm quite annoyed by that. I don't have this move. h4. This is the annoying one, eh? I don't even care about this. It's rook takes c7. Rook c7 is very annoying. Well, let's go for this. I think we have to. And h4 is still alive. The dream. g6, knight. Ooh, hey. Credit to him. He had queen d8. I think he saw that. Still should have done knight g3 to make him see it, but... I like that knight on f7. Gotta go in the corner there. I was actually expecting him maybe to sack, and then I was gonna like go in the corner, a la Rosentrap, but he never actually did it. Like I said, undefeated. We never lost with it. Not once in my life. Okay, let's be honest. Knight f5, I'm kind of trolling a bit. All we really need to do is play rook f6, and the game is like it just doesn't have any targets. I'm not saying we're completely winning, but yeah, we're definitely doing well. But I was really interested in h4 knight g3, and I kept thinking like, okay, maybe he's gonna go into some traps here. And then at this point, this is too much of a threat. Plus this, so yeah, maybe we should have done this, but I didn't have a next move here. Check's coming. Yeah, probably should have done this, but it didn't really matter because he had that anyway. Undefeated, like I said. All right, we're gonna play the undefeated. Never lost with it in my life. Okay, so this g3 move. Ooh, okay. So the knight wants to go here, and then perhaps bishop f4. Trying to think of like the most annoying way to play. Can't think of anything too special. He goes here. I feel like that's not a good move. Okay, let's go here. Clearly he might want to put a knight on f4, but I think our position will get pretty good here. Yeah, we're not going to take it. g5 for now benefits him, but we're working towards it. In fact, I can almost play it now. Yeah, we'll hold off. g5 is coming, though. Ooh, okay, g5's happening now. I don't know what that move is, but you were going to get mated, my friend. There's no way we can let moves like that slide. Let's go here because I don't want him... I know he can't even play f3, but I don't even want him to think about playing f3. I mean, he's just so dead. The h-file, it's going to be some kind of death. Could be fast, could be slow. There's going to be some sort of problem here. Okay, so I think we do this. Put the rook on h1, and then play g4, and just plant the pawn on f3. Is that enough? Well, he should have played that first. Now it's just over. He should have played knight g1 first. And then I would have had to play rook h1 and then queen d1. But okay. Very one-sided there. d6. Not much happening here, I think. e6. Okay, let's play d5 now. I think he's going to play e5 as a result. Oh, he takes. Friendly. Friendly. Let's go like that. On a castle. Bishop f8, queen d2, or maybe even bishop back. Wait and see. So his bishop doesn't have f5, doesn't have g4, knight doesn't have h5, knight doesn't have g4, knight e5. I just need to play a4 to really stop this. I think we're going to do it now. And if bishop d7, we also have... I guess we don't have f4 right away, but I want to build up to f4 to kick the knight out. But I cannot let him play knight here. Definitely rook belongs here. Bishop back to f1. Yeah, this move is still not possible. I mean, he can play it, but he's going to be losing a pawn. A clear pawn. I want to play f4. Let's do this. The bishop out of harm's way. I think he wants to play g6, bishop g7. So I'm going to play h3 and make the knight uncomfortable. Okay, he decides to go for it. I don't really understand. f4 I was actually counting on, but this is a strong move, because now somehow that move does work. So maybe we have to lose this. Let's go here. This can take, yeah, a5, but then queen b7. Try it. That should be no good. We do win material here, but it's not like completely winning or anything, because we're dropping this pawn. It's slightly better, but it's nothing insane. We need this bishop on c4. I don't really want that to happen. I mean, you can play it now, but it's a free pawn. Yeah, this is very important. b3, and just never let that bishop get out there. And we want to trade this knight off, for sure. Knight e6 we're taking. Knight g6 we're taking. I can see him playing knight g6, though. Yeah. Because he knows he doesn't want to go there. Chess Ninja, thanks for the 50 months. All right. Oh, this guy has a name of a gambit. Hopefully we don't run into it. I've got my own gambit. Here it is. Hope you like it. Notice how he's going to have trouble developing this bishop, so I think we just take it. Yeah. This bishop is very uncomfortable in this position, I think. Not easy to play for him. This is the whole point of our position. Like, you can't develop that thing. b4, knight d7, rook c1, queen b7. Definitely wants to put that there. Huh? Okay. Long castles is a hilarious move. Like, sometimes they say, you know, oh, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. This guy wasn't even thinking one move ahead. He was like 0.5 ply. I truly don't know. So it takes queen b7. We definitely don't want to trade the queens here, but we still want to mate him, so... How to do? I think just this, and just keep the queen on. Nothing more uncomfortable than this. Oh, he just runs. For some reason, I didn't expect that. Knight b5 looks good. I'm going to start with this move. If he takes it, he opens up the rook there, which I think will be really helpful. You should be mated here. Yeah, yeah, let's just start with this. Because if the queen wants to cover c6, he has to go to c8, but then queen here. And basically the king will be forced here somewhere, and I'll have some discover check, I think. That's the plan, at least. Here, and then sack. Hey, it's a pretty good move. It avoids checkmate in 3. I think we just take that. Okay. Check. I think actually queen f7 will be decent here. Let's do this one. We can take on c5 if knight e5. All right, ended with a nice checkmate there. Take the 21. 2100 with the new look, the new openings. Thanks a lot, Champ. 1977. Thanks for the 10 subs here. Yeah, I don't know what that gambit was, but I think our gambit worked instead of his gambit. I'm telling you guys, this opening right here, the zebra, sack that e-pawn, get the quick push with the pawn, and after f4, they go back knight here, and they can't develop the damn bishop. It's so annoying. Like, this is so frustrating. I don't know what to recommend. Black's just significantly worse here. Mance UK, thanks for the 5 months. I'm doing well. Just an early morning bra right now. Sornik, thanks for the 100 bits. Nitty RM3, thanks for the 28-month resub. Hit me with a champ. What do you got? What do you got? How far is the speedrun going? I'm not sure. Maybe 2,500 or something. Because the openings are not gimmicks that only work against like 1100s or something. These openings, they're just good. Oh, wake and bake. All right, let's see here. I think we got it queued up here. Champ. Thanks a lot, champ. Good morning to you. For Buddy Champ here. You bought the checkmate course the other day, Shifty McHacks. Glad you're liking it. Exclamation mark course. That's right, Sergeant Major Dilemma. We got a nice checkmate course available for you guys. 49 months from Himothy. He's been him for 49 months. Thanks for the prime. Go champ. Thank you, Stink Bomb. Cheers to Big Himothy. Himothy and Chess Ninja. Getting back for almost the same number of months here. 50 for Chess Ninja, 49 for Himothy. It's this one, Clay Hacks. Big problems for black. Oh no, Shifty McHacks, I'm telling you, the checkmate course is packed with things I think 2,600 players could still benefit from knowing and implementing. We play this for them, champ. That's right. An ode to our opponents. Beautiful, champ. An important message we want to get out there. Thank you, champ. Thank you very, very much, champ. Great. Love it, champ. Where are we at? 2,100? I'm feeling like another 100 points. Gonna grab a refill myself. Good morning to the Europeans. There must be a few more of the Europeans here. I'll be back in a few minutes. But we're going to go for another 100 points in our speedrun. BRB. It's a good intermission chant. Well needed. We're back. Yeah, why those plebs gotta be so weird? Only difference between subs and plebs is the subs pay to be weird. And that we're okay with. Just here for the emote. Cristobal Audemars. Thanks for gifting us up. Yeah, I'm feeling like venturing forward here. Let's see if we can do another 100. All right. Give me the plunge. Here we go. We're plunging. Knight d5. Never seen this before. Okay, so the knight comes in. I think we'll start with d4, and if takes, we'll go for this bishop d3 move. Because the knight makes it hard to react to something on the e-file here. Okay, so someone played this against me recently, and I was like, damn. Isn't this a very good move? Let's go here. Literally, I remember looking at this. The answer was like playing bishop d2 and c3 or something. So I think we'll try it. We also have b4 here. I feel like that's extra good for us. Okay, he has 97s, so I think we'll continue with the c3 move now. Knight g5 looks, I don't know, looks like a move. The queen can't move, so he can't castle that way. He goes this way, but he's just made it now. GG. Okay, so that went a lot better. I remember we played a game where the guy played knight c5 here, and it was the first time I'd seen it. And I was like, huh? This actually looks like a really good move. I think rook e1 is actually a bit better than bishop d2 first. So I'll have to remember this, but I know that it's this move, and then very strange bishop d2 and c3. And just trying to get the, like, get a position like this. And at the cost of now 2 pawns, white is slightly better. Now, if I'm slightly better, and I'm down 2 pawns, oh my god, that means like I have basically a piece of compensation. Like a knight's worth of compensation. So you always want to be, if there's ever a position with an evaluation of around even, but you're down material in it, it means you have a very, very good position. Yeah, and everything's just aimed in the right spot. The knight actually can't be touched by any piece. Like, it's unassailable. Super strong knight. Okay. Well, Our opponent is very likely going to pre-move most of this because he's in the chat. Which also means that we anticipate the absolute top variation here from this guy. Anyone disinterested in playing a game is definitely ready. King A1. Okay, we're gonna develop here. We can go here, but we can also take. Honestly, at this point, though, we can also play knight here. I don't really see a problem with that. King probably shouldn't be there, so we're just gonna move it. Don't need to allow that. Double the rooks here. G6 and King G7 will also feel pretty good. Ooh, giving me the outside pass pawn, I would think is a good thing for me. I think we are gonna put this up to A3. It's undefeated. I've never lost with it. Not once in my life. Thanks for the half-year pillow pants. Yeah, we gave one queen up. It was an investment. We got 2 queens back. That's a pretty good return on investment. GG. Yes, we had to handle the snipers. They're everywhere. I could be hiding in the bushes right now. GG. Yeah, I guess he didn't play the absolute best line, but he played a very, very good line. As soon as you see Queen A1, you know you're dealing with a sweaty. Be careful of these guys. Exactly, Cristobal. Good old Tesh. Thanks for gifting us up to Deadly Shadow. Now I can say we were at least playing a sub there. Whew. Thanks, good old Tesh. I was embarrassed for a sec. Okay. Playing the undefeated. When people play this, you should always be very, very happy. These positions generally turn out extremely well. Just castle, my man. Oh my god. No one has ever survived this position. That's just a fact. Nobody lives to tell the tale. That's for sure. I mean, it's just the most brain dead, so easy to play. Like, I mean, literally there's a hanging pawn if I want to just win my pawn back. Knight b4, knight g4, and I don't even have to think about the moves here. It's just like, it's just KO central. Like, but I mean, this is complete brain dead stuff. Like, the d6, when people play f4 after knight c6, I already know the game's over. Like, for a fact. It's just like, no, I've like, these are autopilot. I'm not even using like 1% of my brain. All you have to know after f4 is just play d6 and just get this position right here. As soon as you get it, the game's over. The game will end promptly. Never castle kingside. Just the bishop, like literally the pieces could go anywhere as long as you remember to castle queenside. Bishop could go here, 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 or here. As long as you put the queen there and castle that way, like, you'll accidentally, you'll blunder into a winning position. It's so hard not to make a good move in this position. G5 is probably a good move. Literally, G5 is still equal. Like, position is that good. This was very easy. Hopefully we get more games like that. I would be interested in more games like that. E4. Okay, he thought about it for a sec. Okay, he played knight g6. If you guys have been watching this opening against the Sicilian, you haven't seen knight g6. Well, you're seeing it now. h5 was going to trap the knight, so he plays h5 himself. Makes sense. But now, watch me attack this g6 knight and observe how it has nowhere to go. It just doesn't have anywhere to go. He's developing, makes sense, but observe this move. Again, just annoying. Like, what the hell? It has nowhere to go, and it's attacked. Literally, the only move is to move this knight again, so it's defended. But I'm just going to ignore that. I'm just going to play chess. I'm just going to bring the knight out. I got some nasty knight moves incoming. Knight d5 looks like it's winning, but there is queen e6 or queen a5. He goes e5. Probably a decent attempt. I think I'm just going to castle, though. I think knight d5... I mean, knight d5 wins the game here. So, I mean, he's lost. Rook e1, knight c7. I mean, next game, please. And that's all because the knight on g6 was trapped and I was attacking it and he couldn't deal with that. Just game over. He's not even threatening mate here, so it's not something we actually need to be concerned about. How are we going to go for the win here? I think what we are going to do is... Knight c7 is obviously killer. Really liking the look of this, followed by this, once the king's there, and then f6, bishop takes. And bishop e7. Where are all the wins? Okay. This looks a little bit fancy, but unfortunately, I don't actually win at the end of that. So, I don't love it. Here, I guess we should respect the move knight takes h4. We have bishop g5, so should be fine. Goes for this one. Takes. We can just play g3 there. Bishop f4, and we also have a continuation we're probably not going to see because he's going to develop his bishop, but would have been nice. Rook e1, rook e8, or sorry, queen takes c8 and rook e8 mate. But yeah, he just doesn't have any mate threats anymore. Could start with this one. We're happy to trade though. Just kind of bring the pieces. Interesting. He wants to trade queens. I'm okay with that. Save the knight. Oh, this was a very one-sided game. Again, happy to trade. Knight e5, we can take it because we're winning that bishop. Taking will definitely help make our life a little bit easier. Alright, we got rid of his pawn. Just put the bishop on h8 so that it's impossible to stalemate. Like the bishop won't be covering a random square. GG. That one really is in the checkmate course. Exclamation mark course. Latin and Blonde, thanks for the 46 months. Thank you for the 46 months. Tier 3 from Latinum. Prime from Sleazy for 72. Welcome back, Sleaze. No stutter step needed. No. When the queen's on b7, there's no possible stalemate anywhere. The only stalemate possible would be if the queens were like that and the king was there, but not like this. It is, Paul, and it's not going anywhere. Alright, b3. We don't really have anything against this one. I'm gonna play... Let's play this. Oh, I thought he would play knight f3. Okay. I wonder if he's gonna play it next. I can't think of anything too special. Anytime I see this, I just autopilot the pawn up, that's for sure. Threatening to take. Let's just defend that. That looks like an annoying square. He's going to take care of the same threat, but I don't think I had any reason to go there. Okay. Bishop f3, e4. This is hanging, but I think we win there. So I'm going to go e4 quickly. Might look like a blunder, but we go all the way with the pawn. Okay. Castle here, takes on h5. Almost want to just give up the exchange. Yeah, let's do it. This just looks like fun. The dark squares look really unpleasant. So he might try this. Knight takes, but bishop e5, and we're all over the dark squares. I think it's good for us. Want to take it? Let's just retreat. And man, it's so hard to decide. Taking looks very good. I'll go back. I mean, I'm not sure where his king is ending up this game. Generally, everything looks unpleasant. Here. Okay, f3 for sure. Even giving up this bishop is fine. Also have e3 coming. Everything looks unpleasant here. Just bring it back. That's pretty much the move I was going to play anyway, so not too upset with that. Let's just go here. If knight takes, we just go rook d8 at the end with check, and yeah, this is lost. Gotta be lost. Okay. Go for the simple. Only one move here that's playable, I think. I'll just keep it real simple. King back, we'll just trade the rooks. Yeah. The one pawn is enough to win. Hello, sir.
Hey, man. How's it going today?
I see you've checked in as soon as it became afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a
Good
coffee.
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you as well, yes. Yes, good afternoon. Do you think you could beat an alligator in a fight on land?
Armor.
No, not armored.
Definitely not.
No,
An alligator?
they're not that. Crocodiles are bigger and scarier.
You're eating my chips.
Yes. Yes, I did. That's a reward for arriving in the morning. Just a few chips.
You would
No.
definitely beat an alligator one-on-one on land. Oh, I'd be betting heavy on you. Oh, okay.
No way, not a chance. I'm not from Florida, you know?
It would just be one alligator. You just have to, like, not...
But what does beat it mean? Just run away from it?
Eventually kill it, eventually choke it out, which would be hard. We don't know how to do that, but they don't have like paws, so it's not hard for them to actually like get a hold of you on land.
I feel like they would win easily by fear factor alone.
They're more scared of humans, actually. We're just having a...
All good.
Yes. There's a game that I introduced to Kevin that Mike and Kristen were playing, and you'll like it.
Is it a weeb game?
No, it's not really a deduction game, but it's like a group game where you figure out what's one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, I made
Party
banana
games.
bread.
Sorry?
I make banana bread and you can help yourself.
Really? Oh, I'd love to try. I will definitely, thank
He
you.
likes banana bread. So
Definitely like banana bread.
Do you like chocolate?
Is it chocolate chip banana bread? That's the only kind,
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Yeah, chocolate chip banana bread.
Oh, one definitely like it. And I think Canada's playing Sicilian. That's good.
I'm hungry.
In
Yeah.
hockey?
Yeah. Did you want a coffee? I'll make it downstairs. Nope. Nope. Your chips are here. You're good. Okay.
Are they becoming house chips?
Good.
Burks, do it, man. Akash Shirawi, thanks for the 22 months. You subscribed on your wedding day, so that's how you remember your anniversary. Very nice. Smart. Very intelligent by you. You'll never forget it now.
Oh, this is a nice ice box in here.
It is.
Oh,
Feels good, man.
Dan would be It would be a swamp for Dan. You'd just be like the gators.
Dan might take out a gator, because Dan wouldn't be phased by the gator. Like, Dan could, like, play video games with the gator. Hello to Valentinian.
Oh, hey, Val.
Hello to
Val was, yeah.
Big Shift Val.
Val was around last night. When Moist and J-Bell are around, Val starts, like, some funny interactions.
But they like to needle him.
They needle him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Reminds me of that Gulliver's Travels.
it just like happens at night all the time. Like Poke the Bear, like
Mm-hmm.
it just happened again.
Val and the rodents remind me of this guy here.
I didn't read that. I think there's an option to.
You know, it's the one with like the little guys,
Hmm.
and then
Yep.
they take down the
I'm familiar with.
big fella.
Yeah.
Yep. This is what I imagine when the rodents are needling Val. Just one rope goes across, trying to take down the oaf. Yes. Gullah Valentinian.
Hey Val.
Thanks, not that Paul. 19 months with Prime. Jeegs finally got there. Jeegs.
Want some later? I can bring that up if you want some.
Yep, I'll grab some later.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll definitely have some. Jeegs finally made it. The username is Jeegs2424, and he finally made it to 24 months. There we go. Sun and Leo, thanks for the 35-month resub. Almost 3 years. Oh, wow.
Let me know what you
Okay,
think.
well, I gotta try one right now while you're here. Oh, it's heated too.
Maybe it's
I'm going right in.
Maybe an apple.
Wow. Oh, I got some here. Don't worry. Thank you. It's great. It's nice and chocolatey. You weren't shy with the chocolate. Perfect. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you, Serena. Wow, such a great. I am Captain Micmac. Guilty, guilty. Well, that's good to know, chess dude guy. Indeed, Tim. It's nice to see everyone just getting on the same schedule, a commuter schedule. And commuting over with banana bread. Very nice. I love banana bread. Probably one of my favorite desserts. Oh, chicken pants. Shout out to JNB. Getting signed up for Factor. 12 signups. Still pushing. But most of all, not done our speed run. 2140 and thriving. Making sure to get that f4 move out quickly so that people take. Bishop f5, I'm not sure we've actually seen because knight g3 looks very good here. Knight f2 is kind of the whole point of the opening, but knight g3 is just like just good. Yeah, I can't say no to that. This guy's thirsting for bishop g4. That's fine. We'll get our knight in. Castle. f5 is looking possible. Very nice looking position here. Huh. So let's try to anticipate. Because he wants to castle, right? For sure. So queen d5 seems like the move that he'll want to do. We can definitely take that, but I'm probably going to hold off and keep the pressure. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Looks really odd, but I think that bishop's the best piece on the board. So instead of bishop takes, I'm gonna do this. And I'm just gonna sack. Just take it off the board and go from there. Let's take this way. Now we have queen h5, rook d1. Looks good. King here is covered by that. Knight d5 takes and queen f7. Probably going to win something here. GG. That worked really well. I mean, bishop f5 is a very normal move in the Caro-Kann. But it felt like after knight here, I mean, you can't go here or here, so it's uncomfortable. And he played bishop d7. Definitely not a move you're happy to play. Let's go for 2150. It was a good one, Fando. Yeah. I mean, as soon as we got f5 and the two knights were sitting, e5, f5, I was like, I mean, this is very, very nice. Okay, e4. Same thing. Ooh, e5. Okay. I have seen e5 only, I feel like, once so far in the speedrun, and it was with moderate success. So let's take. Yeah, here the thing is I can retreat my pieces to g3 or to f2, so I'm actually doing all right here. Yeah, we could go here. Works really well. Queen e2, though, is pretty decent, I think. Don't really see the compensation here. We can, to be honest, we can just take that. I think this move kind of makes a point here. At some point, the position gets just so good that maybe you don't trade queens, but I'm still in the queen trade mood. Like, we're just doing so well here. Yeah, it feels like we're up 2 pawns. It is only one, but yeah, b6 loses. Just got to go knight c7 at some point. Yeah, knight f4, we have bishop f1. Knight g5 looks like a nice move. Trying to keep the bishops as well here. Kind of expect this, but I'm up a pawn. I have 2 bishops. position looks very uncomfortable. Big. I'm just gonna do this. You could say that this is ill-advised, but it does look like fun, and fun's good. We'll take. I'm trying to orchestrate some. Okay, here I think we just want this. We're gonna win a lot of pawns here. We just move this bishop. Even rook takes d5 is possible. Should be winning. We have a lot of pawns. Wasn't as much fun as we wanted. Still pretty good though. I'll take the last pawn. That's 4 connected pass pawns. Oof. Oof. And that move even... let's just do this. Surely I can win with 3 connected pass pawns. It'd be a real shame if I couldn't. The only principle we really need to remember, let's just trade, is to advance the pawns on light squares because we have a dark square bishop. This would be a clever move. Yeah, but now he's stuck in here. Well, king checkmate. King checkmate looks pretty nice. GG. Of course it will, Fando. Come on now. Okay. E4, E5. Knight's coming out. We're most likely playing this. Our setups are basically queen on f6, knight on e7. So in this one, we go first with the queen. Knight needs to move. I usually go back. Yeah, let's go here. There's knight b5. We'll take and go knight a6. At this point, I guess we can just stop the move altogether. Okay, knight f4. Take that. We have a very good position here, at least structurally. Knight there, I'll go knight a4. Kind of has to play that. Fortunate for him that it exists, otherwise it really would just be game over. Let's go here. The chance of this working is very high. Also, he can't move the bishop, so... And we'll just play bishop d7 next. Yeah, he goes here. Now it works all the same. Better not to start with this. I think better to just take. And the knight has this square to retreat to, so we're not trapped. G5, we'll just go H4. It goes there. Yeah, H4. And now this pawn is a permanent target. Since this is defended, there's not really anything that can go wrong for me anymore. We want him to take that. Still has a pawn, so this won't be a stalemate. Yeah, that was I think that was 7 bishop checkmate territory. He decided to bow out of that one. Try to keep up the new openings here. How many bishops do I need? 7. All right. Knight C3. I've been playing this. We'll get our 3.5 knights variation. Bishop out. Not sure it really stops anything. You can still go here. Huh? The heck is that? We'll always go back on bishop e3. This is the same. Because all I want is to use the f4 square, so I think we'll be able to do that here. I think we'll take and go queen g6. It threatens bishop h3. Threatening that. And bring that rook over. I like the position looks kind of nice. Knight h4 is the threat here. If this, there might be knight d4, which I'm not that keen to allow. Here. I think it actually does work. E4 is a nice move for me to achieve. Rook A, E8. This and e6 is a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. So uncomfortable, I'm actually thinking about this, but I think we have to play this. And this sucks. I thought this trapped the knight, but there's bishop takes b6, so I think I'll have to play it. But it'll just, it'll just be annoying. We're down a pawn. We can still kind of pretend this knight's trapped. It's not, but I think we can be a little annoying. So king e7, king d7 is the plan. Oh, didn't even notice knight b5. Oops. Oops. Probably got to take. Sad for me. Yeah, I missed this knight e6 move at the end of the whole calculation, which kind of affected everything. We are the one with the passed pawn, so that's about the only good thing I can say about our position. Let's go here, because I'd like him to do that. And might go bishop there. Rook e4 and d4. I mean, we're never really going to achieve d4, but if we put our king here and play rook there, I'm not sure how he's going to stop everything. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I'm trying to make this happen here. Oops. What am I doing? That's a important pawn as well, not just a pawn. I think we can go rook c2. I'll only be able to play that move if he moves his king, so it's, again, it's a very safe pre-move. GG. We had to just kind of be in a slightly worse position there. It was a great game, but e4 was a little rushed. Yeah. This is like the maximum achievement. Such a great opening. Should just probably play this. Get out of the fork. Bring the rook to e8. Play bishop d5. Super nice position. I guess e4 is a little bit rushed. Yeah, and here I needed to not do that. But to be honest, I didn't even appreciate how strong this was. I thought maybe we're trapping the guy there, but no. We weren't. c7, bishop b6. So we're just worse. And we just put all our pawns on light squares. We're not like that much worse. Here we're probably better, but then it just became a time scramble. Bogus Rogus, thanks for the 52 months with Prime. Thank you to Big Bo. Cheers, dude. Stu Bakesman as well, 37 months. Welcome back, Stu and Bogus. Long time Twitch resubs. 1750 looking to swap off Karokan, Sicilian Dragon, or other I don't know. Other Sicilians. Not the Dragon, that's for sure. Dragon's a good starter opening. Not a good opening in general. So yeah, pick one of the other Sicilians, I think. Let's continue. We'll hover it. Okay. The interesting thing about this is that I'm getting people to play Queen C7, which is not good for them. Had this position before, but last time someone played this, that's not going to happen again. That was a very friendly move. Maybe B5? Oh. Probably G6. Maybe we can go over with the queen, but also just bishop out so they can finally develop that. I think we're going to do this, though. Makes sense. There's nothing on that diagonal anymore, so maybe bishop e4, rook c1. There's no way you can take. I don't have a threat yet, so probably he's going to decide on b5. But bishop e4, rook c1, we'll slowly be like making some pins, activating with tempo. Wow. Extremely surprised by that. I suppose this move is nearly forced. It was h5. So if g4, there's queen f4. We're not happy with that. Queen f4 is happening basically no matter what. I think that's why he played it, because he has queen f4 next. d8 is hanging if he plays queen f4. Can I use that to my advantage? Yeah, maybe let's just go here. For some reason, I think he could definitely play that. But yeah, knight e5 will prevent queen f4, and then we can play bishop e4. For example, he might play this. And then I think we want to jump in with this one to stop that. And now, even some sacks on g6 are threatened. So he'll probably go bishop e8. This one is also sufficient. Want rook c1. We don't really want to trade, but we do win a pawn here. Not gonna say no to that pawn. Knight here we take. We have b3 coming. I think f4 and bring the king in is the way to go. This should be good though. We want to see e5, then we just move back. Can we do this? Looks like yes. Takes king d5, king c3. We want to go rook here and here. He's got to play f6, I think. GG. Thanks for the 22 months with Prime. I'm not focused. 2179. We're getting there. We're getting there. E4, E5. I've been enjoying this way of developing. Let's take. Let's go H6. And I think what I'll do is I'll just play C5, Bishop D6. Okay. Go for this. Right here we can take it. This guy plays super fast, but not that well. Isn't it very satisfying to beat someone who's basically pre-moving every move. I think no matter what, that feels good. Instead of starting another game, I'm gonna decline. Because I know that will make him more angry. I'm actually gonna click the decline button. I decline to play you again. All right. Continuing, e4 and quick d5. He's never met the move a3 before. Surely not. Knight c6 is interesting. And we could just honestly go like that now. Okay. Fine by me. X f6. This looks extremely unpleasant. I think we just keep developing. Not really sure what's happening here. It's like one of the strangest games ever. Oh no, I might get mated. The queen has a lot of backup here. The pieces are all I'm being swarmed here. Yikes. Best way to defend a sacrifice, I always say, is bishop f1 or knight h2. Like, top 2 defensive moves of all time, that's for sure. And I guess the bishop is looking pretty reliable here. Maybe he'll launch these. Oh, it's time. It's time. For the biggest threat this guy has ever seen. Damn. I had to try it. Queen h2 is not going to be mate either. Oh wow, that's a very surprising move. Ain't the brightest tool in the shed. GG. That was a very subpar opening. Scandinavian. We don't deal with it anymore because A3 turns it into the undefeated. No problem. But I mean, this was some of the worst development ever. Like, Okay, so here is that same opening, and we basically had a free a6 move, if you remember last game. The longer he takes on this move, the more I'm thinking he's going to play bishop c3. Okay, smart by him. Stop castling there. That move doesn't look very good. I mean, we always have knight a5. Hmm. I'm gonna go rook c5 and then knight a5. I thought knight a5 first would be good, but it's actually kind of annoying. We take queen takes, and our pawn is not easy to defend. Hmm. Let's actually go here. Here, queen takes is possible. GG. Ended up being kind of a force mate there at the end. Oh, massive edge, 21.99. Thanks very much. Oh, passant. Passaurus, thanks for the 5 subs. And body shots all day. Thanks for the prime. Thank you very much. Big next game needed. We're on the edge here. Whoa, those pieces. All right, e4. Hey, we don't see this opening too much. You didn't even take us. Come on now. E5. Feels like we want to do this. Running this, so we might need to see f6 from him. I think we just take this. I mean, it could take this way, but this actually makes another threat. Castles takes... I'm worried about my back rank, but I think we win a piece there. Just gonna develop. This is still hanging, so we can't castle just yet. Might go queen here. Okay, and I don't think this is playable, so I can just take it. That's a good move. Here, b5. Not good enough. Can't take that. Very crafty, very crafty. I want to take that. I'm going to keep it real simple, though. Just take this. King f1. And we have rook e2. Bishop here loses. We do actually want to play c5 here. Looks a bit strange, but I think we want very quickly to go like that. Knight e3 forces the pawn to go forward, which I think we want. Try this. So now we have pawns on both sides. GG. A little bit of a non-French here. This is our French opening. C3 and pre-move knight f3. And it takes a lot not to take that pawn. If they do, queen a4 check. We've only seen the French a few times. Honestly, not a popular opening. Almost nobody plays the French. So he ended up playing this, and okay, I just decided to play this. Which worked out. GG's. 2200. I think that's fair. Can leave it there for now. Our openings are working. Oh, these are the Blitz Champs results. I did this Blitz Champs so poorly. Like touchdown percentage, KNVB 25, terrible. But I didn't even like understand the format properly until the middle of it, and I couldn't adjust very well. We'll take 56 subs. Not bad. Considering that was one of my worst chess played quicks in a while, just because I didn't even get like I didn't read the rules properly or well. Didn't realize that the touchdowns were like that you could repeat them and that you were supposed to do them every game, and that they were worth 3 points. So we'll take 56. Usually we can compete for the top spots in these chess played quick events. Yeah, it's my own fault. My own fault. Wow. Cha-cha real smooth. 56 touchdowns. Very impressive. 1 touchdown. This is me. This guy's me. He came 4th overall, but no touchdowns. It was a very soft event, Eric. I don't know how well I would compete with the top guys, but basically, like, getting your king to the end of the board, not that hard. Because you play a lot of, like, very weak opponents. There's only so many strong guys you can play, like 3 or 4. So I think it was quite easy. Yep, Gory Hole. Gory got 31 subs. Go Gory. Yeah, this was one of the softest CPQs in a while, which is funny because it's the one that I didn't read properly or understand. And there've been Chessblade Quicks with so many complicated rules, and I always figure them out better than other people, and so I've won many of them. But this one was the simplest one. It was like, just play chess, and then get your king to the other side for extra points. So, by far, this was the softest and easiest chess played quick. Lucky J Lo Low. Sounds like you were tuning in for one of the sessions with Mac, NFL player. No, Mac. Mac, yes. Go Mac. The new instant fan. Let's go. Alright, we'll take it. 56 subs. Not bad. Moneybird, thanks for the 4 years with Prime. Yeah, almost forgot your credentials there, Moneybird. Yeah, Rui had a good event. But I should have been going for more touchdowns. It's my own fault. Very easy concept to understand. Somehow I failed to. 56 kick subs is correct, Captain McMac. We will be expecting those on Kick. Indeed, Zebra Thrust. You did well. You did well. GG's. We'll leave it at 2200 here in the speedrun for now. Going to switch back to my other account here. I wouldn't say we do the lessons often. No, that wouldn't be a fair characterization. Do them from time to time. Chess.com had an NFL event, so it just kind of made sense. Vagirnus, thanks for the 4 years. Back-to-back 4-year V-subs. Cheers, buddy. But we've definitely, Eric and myself have both done lessons in the past with various folk. It's just not like an official regular segment. I know where he's lucky. Appreciate that. Alright, I am switching back to my account. I'm going to take a short break and resume in a sec. We're done speedrunning for the day. And we're done our coaching sessions for now with Mac. His event was yesterday. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Ah, yeah, the chat's always getting some ideas about what we should do next. Wonder what you guys are going to suggest.